Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today I don't know if there's something wrong just now or not, but I don't know if we've got anybody in at the moment. Just now, I don't know. If you're in just now, just let me know if everything's okay just now. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. I don't know if there's something going wrong or it says the health is okay. So just let me know in the comment section if you're in watching just now that you can see and hear me okay. Even if you've never commented before, just put yep, can see and hear you okay. Now it looks as if everything's okay on this end. The mic's working, stream's okay live, everything's okay there. So I'll just check it again just to make sure. Oh, we've got people in. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's okay. Right, cool. Cool. Okay, welcome to the CYT-Crypto show. My name is Stephen Aitchison. We'll be going over the markets today, just looking at the overall markets, looking at a few kind of charts as well, a couple of news stories, not that much news to talk about today, so we'll be mostly chatting with you guys as well in the chat area. If you want to ask any questions, ask away. If I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. If I do know, or if I've got an opinion on something, I'll kind of let you know as well. So we'll just jump over to the chat area just now. Who we've got in? Rob Fiddler, one of our latest members in the premium group. Good to have you, Rob. Good to see you here, mate. Vin is in house. Mr. Swanfield is in, another member as well. Richard Cooper, Ben Polgardi, Paul Jordan, IoT Financial. Bernard Ronald is in house. Debbie Claydon is back with us. Good to see you here. Mark McGregor is in. Mitch Dieter, Mark Paul, and Mark Innes. Good to see you, mate. XRP Han is in house. Derek Holroyd, Mervyn Skidmore, Rob UK, one of our Brown admins is in house. Honest Crypto Journey is in as well. Marcus Jafari, Mervyn Skidmore, Stephen King, and Donald Atkinson has joined us as well. So good to see you here. Right, I thought everything wasn't working there for some reason, but it's working now. So we're all good. We're all good in the hood. Right, we'll just go back to CoinMarketCap. I was checking out something yesterday with that. Right, CoinMarketCap, and we'll go to view all for that so we can get that up later. And we'll go to 10k. We'll catch that later. Okay, so we've reached $140 billion for an overall market capitalization, which is brilliant. Obviously, a lot of that is the alts kind of running, bringing that figure up. But obviously, we've got a $4,000 Bitcoin price as well, aggregated price there at 4,050 at the moment. We'll just check the charts on that as well. What's happening in the top 100? You can see there's a lot of red in the top 100, but we'll just see who's up overall. Tezos is up 16%, GX Chain is up 16% again, Huobi token is up 14%, Ravencoin 10%, that's the 3 or the 4 that are up in double-digit greens. Overall, we've got, it's not that much, about 35% in the green and 65% in the red. ABBC coin down 21%, Kin down 10%, that's had a massive run up, which is good to see for Kin. Aurora coin is down 7%, Insight Chain, Engine coin, Ravane, Binance coin, PundiX, Digibyte, Theta, all down as well. Okay, we'll look at the overall markets for the 2,112 coins that are on just now. Who is doing the most over 10k volume? Who's had the highest jump over the last 24 hours that's over 10k volume? Thor Cash, 28,000 volume, is up 774% over the last 7 days. On the 24 hours, it's up 111%. Market cap of 99,000, and it's 28,000. So time to have a wee look at that. I think this is how you find out some hidden gems when you start to see them going up. But we'll look at the market capitalization. That looks really low, so I'm just going to see where it's on just now. Mercatox is not a bad exchange at all. It's been good to see that earlier. So it rose, so it's just literally just jumped up. So it was at 7 Satoshi, jumped up to 53 and kind of came back down to 44 Satoshi. Might be worth one checking out, Thorcash. I don't know if it's just a pump and dump or not, but we could check that out. Doc.com token is up 85% on 700, well, 750,000 volume, which is good. Over 7 days, 223,000 is only 8 million. That's MTC. What's another low cap one? Mainstream for the underground. That's 38,000, and that's doing well as well. That's up 59% over the last 24 hours. Another low cap one, Profile utility token. I think we've seen that before. Up 36%, up 102% over 7 days, and that's only got 750,000 market capitalization as well. Any others that are good? Block Logic, 10,000 volume only, but could still be worth checking out. Howdo is up again, 27%, and which is good to see. So Howdo is going to be released in April. Smartlands is up 25%. That's not a kind of low cap one. Curecoin would be ARAW. Someone was talking about that the other day. Only 300,000, but up 22% over the last 24 hours, and the volume on it is 17,000. So could be some good ones in there as well. And go back to chat. Goddyboy Scotland is in. High Plains Drifter, Gino Dow is in the house as well, and G-Slick is in the house as well. Okay, so we'll just look at what's happening with BTC, reload that. And we'll get rid of this for the now. That's BitShares, that's something I was looking at. BTC, no, go to BLX. See what's happening with Bitcoin. We're up to $4,017, so we're jumping up just now. And that's on the daily. We'll just see what's happening. We can't see what's happening on the hourly for BLX. So we'll just go to BTC USD. We will not be restricted. Okay, it's 3,989, and this is for the Bitstamp price. I'll go to the hourly. We'll pull that down. Okay, so we need to get past this 4,039. This is kind of on the hourly as well. 4,039 would be a kind of breakthrough price, but 3,987 at the moment. We're still, the 70 EMA is still above the 50 EMA on the hourly, which is good. In my books, that's good as well to see. And we've been up since 3,855. We've never kind of broken down below the 50 EMA on the hourly, which is good to see as well. We'll go back to the daily and go on auto. Yep, so it's looking good. So we want to break this. So 4,200 would be the next level, but we need to kind of stay above this 4,000 level. This is a Bitstamp price, 3,987. BLX, I don't know why we've got BLX. There's a bigger divergence there than normal from the price, from the Bitstamp price. But 4,017 on the BLX just now. So to me, it still looks as if we're going to go up. We're going to go up to this 4,200. Although if we look at the kind of indicators, we'll have a look at the stock. This is one kind of James put me onto, which is good. Stock RSI kind of indicates it's coming back down again. That's on the daily. On the weekly, same thing as well. So I need to wait and see what happens. We could still go up from here. That doesn't mean a lot. To me, just now, it doesn't mean a lot. But it's still a good to look at all the indicators as well. Just get rid of that. Okay, what else is happening with the bigger ones? We'll look at Ethereum, BTC as well on Binance. The 70 EMA is still above the 50 EMA, so we could get a bounce off the 50 EMA for Ethereum there. So we might be looking at a bounce for Ethereum. That could be good. Look at XRP. What's happening with XRP? Nothing much at the moment, unfortunately. Where are we? So 7,804. So we're kind of falling. But I've seen this kind of wedge or this descending triangle kind of forming. You can see in the purple lines here, but we're just falling below that as well. So it looks, we've got major support at 7,648 there. It looks as if we're going to fall below the 7,800 level. We'll just look at the XRP USD price as well. We'll go into Binance. And we've got 31.9 cents just now. So we're looking for kind of major support round about that level, for the 30 cents level, round about there. There's kind of major support there. You can see it's bounced off that a few times. So we could go down to about 30 cents again, which wouldn't be good for XRP or for the sentiment. We'll get major support here around about 29.2 as well. So we're trading really within this channel. It's only a kind of 3-cent channel really that we're in. It's a 10% kind of channel there for XRP. I'm just going to get rid of these. That just makes it look ridiculous. And we'll get rid of the 33 one just now, and that one support. We're kind of trading here. This is on the daily, so we're going to be looking at around about there. So 30 cents and 34. So it's a 4-cent channel we're kind of in just now. If we kind of look at it that way, if we kind of even bring it down to and say a 5-cent channel. We're just trading in there just now, but we're near the upper end of that channel as well. So it's not as bad as it looks, but it looks as if we are coming down. BTC value, XRP, BTC, looks as if we are coming down. There's 7,805. But I kind of made the descending triangle this morning. We can see that quite clearly here in the purple. And we had support round about here as well at the 7,840 level. It's kind of broke that support just now, but it's not finished that support, so it doesn't mean to say it's broken it. And I was thinking, okay, round about here towards the end of March, could get a jump all the way back up to 10,600 for XRP. We've still got this major support line. If we look at this support line going all the way up, I'll look on the weekly as well. I'm going to take them out for you for XRP. And you can see from December 2017, it's kind of followed the support quite well, and it's kind of just about hitting that support level again, so we might see another break up. Every time it's kind of bounced or hit that support level, it's bounced back up. You can see it here. So the 2 times in December 2017, it went up 2,000%, and September 2018 went up 180%. So if it was to do the same again, say 180%, we're going back up to near the all-time high levels. Still think this is going to bounce up. Still got faith in it. I know it's kind of blind faith here, but looking at the TA, looking at all the good news, the fundamentals, everything else, I still think we're going to go up. But it's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm totally biased because I'm invested in XRP. I lost money on XRP as well. So I'm totally biased. So do your own research if you're into XRP as well. But I still think it's going to bounce up big time very soon, before the end of March. That's my opinion. Okay, I'll just go back to chat. David Schwartz, it's good to be here. I've missed several days due to daylight saving time switching before yours does. Yeah, we don't change till the 31st of March, so I've still got 11 days of this. Don't forget to smash the likes, everyone. Yeah, if you can go down to the like button just now, if you're watching this just now, if you can go down to the like button, hit that like button just now. And if people, we've got 47 people in, so it'll be good to see. If you like it, if you think it's shite, just give it a thumbs down as well. Crypto Knowledge Alliance is in the house. Good morning to you. That's James, one of our brilliant admins. Good to see you here, buddy. Go, looks like Zell making a move. About time. We'll just check that out as well. Nikki Sheldrake is in. Nikki, I want to thank you for recommending one of your friends, Rob, for the premium group. Really appreciate that, mate. Stephen King is in the house. Crypto University video was good yesterday. Thanks, Steve. The BTC Weekly 20 EMA. Hope it crosses. Yeah, it was a really good video. So I spoke about Stephen Courtney, who has got Crypto Crew University. Check out Crypto Crew University. Really good videos on that. James Oklahoma is in the house, one of our brilliant admins. Good morning all. Can't stay long, but want to pop in and say hi. Have a great day. You as well, James. And I know you're kind of busy working, so it's good to see you here, buddy. Mervyn Skidmore, ADA still looks poking at 1300 breakout. Could be if it breaks 1300, but we'll check that out in a second. Steve, want to look at ONTTA, VIN? Yep, we'll look at that. So we've got ZIL, ADA, and ONT. David Clayton, Steve signed up to Bitstack last night, but no email received. How long did your email code take to come through? Comes through straight away, which is a bit strange, Debbie. Normally comes through straight away, is literally within seconds. So I don't know what's happened there. I know they were having problems this morning. I don't know if there's something wrong. I couldn't actually sign in this morning. So it might be that there's kind of problems from yesterday, which is not a good sign for an exchange just starting up. Benton Taylor is in house. Good day to you. XRM up 40% last month. I love my 50k bags. Excellent, London Bobby. Nikki Sheldrake is saying no problem, Steve. Yeah, thanks again. I really do appreciate it. Andres is in the house. Stephen Seathouse. Morning, love the show. Thank you very much, mate. Stellar XRP for cross-border payments. XRP for me. XRP for me. Stellar looks good as well, though. Or both. Yeah, I was going to say both of them look good. So we'll have a look at some of the charts that you were asking for. ZIL, Zilica. So ZIL, BTC. I'll have a look at that, see what's happening. Right, that's on a weekly. You don't want it weekly. Weekly looks not bad. So on a daily for Zilica, see I had this marked in red. Got tagged red as well for Zilica, which means it's one to keep an eye on. So the last time we're looking for the crossover, last time it crossed over was on the 23rd of December on the daily. Looks as if it's about to cross over again. So long term or short to medium term, I would say this is looking really good. Support at 433, around about that level. So we'll put in the support areas for Zilica there. So you've got major support there. If you're going in on this for the longer term, I would put your kind of stop loss around about 427. Do your own research, obviously. 472 it's at just now. Could be breaking through over the next couple of days or so and breaking over the 50 EMA. So yeah, that looks like a good one. It's up 3.74%. We'll just see what it is up. 3.97% on Binance site. And go to trading view. Now we'll go to the daily. That's better with video, I would imagine. So yeah, it does look good. It looks as if it's on its way up just now. I would probably kind of call that, so I've kind of marked it in red as well. The red tag, just one to keep an eye on. So that could be a good call there as well. The other one we were looking at was Cardano. Cardano looks brilliant just now. BTC. But we've got these resistance levels here around about 1300, as we say. It's kind of broke through that a couple of times, but it's never managed to stay at that level or above that level for a while. If it does, the next level is 1375, and then we're on the way up for Cardano as well. Really like Cardano, been saying that for months. Coming off its low at 867. We're only 50% up from its all-time low. Or not all-time low, but since December 2017, which is what, coming up for 18 months or something, 15, 16 months low. So I do like Cardano as well. ONT, BTC, have a look at. We spoke about this before, obviously. We've got a kind of resistance there that's kind of hitting just now. We can see that quite clearly there. Resistance, so around about this level is resistance. We can see it's kind of bounced off that 4 times. So it might bounce off the 7 EMA around about 26,983 or 27,000. It might come back to 27,000, or it might start trying again to break through this 28,000 level. It's never done that in a while, since 20th of October. So it's never really broke through that. So it's looking to do it, and I think it will do it the way it's going just now. But it has had a run up. You can see there, it's had a run up of about 70% already since February. So it might be due a wee bit of respite. However, I think it's going to break through that eventually. Good for the long term. We've got a high of 125,000. So you've still got 5x from its all-time high. Thank you for checking out ZIL. My pleasure, Go. HXRP, what do you think about RBN? I know that's had a run up just now, RBN. But and it's gone to its all-time high again. I've never looked into it. I've never really looked into Ravencoin or dug deep into it. But it's going to break its all-time high, I think. We've got a spike there. This is on the daily, so it's broke through its all-time high already on this run-up. It didn't manage it before. It was using that as major resistance, so it looks as if it's on another run just now, and it could go much, much higher. But the coin, the project itself, I've never really dug into, if I'm being really honest. But chart-wise, looking really good, looking brilliant. I don't know if I'd get in right now, but just have a look at the market cap. RBN. It's only 116 million. It's still mid market cap. 3.1 billion circulating supply, 21 billion max supply. That would kind of put me off a wee bit, the max supply and the circulating supply. Yeah, it looks good just now, but I wouldn't get into it just now personally. Not because purely because it's reached its all-time high. It's breaking through its all-time high just now on the closing. On the closing, I think it's spiked up. Its all-time high on the spike is 1,046. So if you're in it just now, definitely take profits if you're in it just now, or start taking, or think about taking profits. Could you look at TRX2, like Zell, been more than 2 months of downside, 35%. We took a look at that the other day. TRX actually called it the other day, and hopefully it's managed to kind of stay the support at 566. So I said we had major support around about this level at 570. It's broke down on the downside for that. I don't think that's not a good sign that it's broken below that kind of major support that it had. So that's on the daily. Just have a look on the weekly. I suppose you could bring the support. No, I still wouldn't put the support there either. We've got major support at 300. I don't think we're going down to 300 again though. Right, that's on the weekly. We'll go down to micro level. 4 hourly. Nah, it doesn't look good if I'm being honest with Tron. So we said 571 was round about the kind of support level, but no, it's not really. If we look on the hourly, I'm going to bring that down to 568, but even then it's broken down below that support. I'd be waiting. If you're looking to get into TRX, I'd be waiting just now. I called TRX because of that major support. It's broken through that. So I'd be waiting to get back in if you're kind of looking at it. Neo, I do love Neo, I have to admit. That's it from Adventure Shirts. Okay, we'll look at some of the kind of smaller ones as well that we've been looking at. So Cosmo Coin, we've been looking at. James has kind of put me onto this, and I'm kind of doing more research on it as well. I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'd love your thoughts on this actually. I'm thinking about putting a Kindle book out, again, a Kindle book PDF, a Kindle book out every month and doing kind of 5 altcoins of the month, but looking at microcap coins. Cosmo Coin wouldn't be a microcap coin, but I just kind of thought about this. I'm just going to show you something just now, and something I kind of put out yesterday. I'll just show you just now if I can find it. Dropbox. So it's to get your thoughts on it. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet because everything's up in the, well, it's not up in the air, it's just really manically busy just now. I'm going to show you this just now. A second, I can find it. It's just to get your thoughts on it, because I do value your opinion. Obviously, you've been kind of following me for a while, so see if we can bring this up for you. Right, I'll bring it up here. I'll come back. Right, so it's this. I was going to do another kind of book, like a magazine style thing. This is a kind of cover I designed for April 2019 edition. 5 altcoins that could explode in 2019. You remember I done one, a lot of you signed up for it as well. But I was going to start selling this on Kindle and putting this out as a Kindle book. I'll just get back to this and jump up. Yeah, put it there. Yeah, I was going to start selling these as a Kindle book just for $2.99 or something for non-premium members. If you're a premium member, obviously you get this for free, kind of once a month as well. But I was going to put it as a Kindle book, so get more people into crypto, get more people into kind of CYT-Crypto as well, but crypto in general. So just wondered what you thought about that. That's the cover as well that I've kind of designed for it, and I've kind of put out, kind of made a magazine cover as well for it. That's a magazine kind of cover. So that's what I'm thinking. Be good to hear your thoughts on that. I kind of put it out to the admins, but I didn't really put it in the premium group, but I just thought I'd kind of share that with you. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on that. If you're kind of watching the replay, I'd love to know your thoughts as well in the comments. So Cosmo Coin, we'll look at Digitec's futures. And I'll get back to your comments in a wee second. Digitec's futures come down a wee bit, not that much. They're still doing brilliant. You can see the big run up it's had, and they'll be coming out very soon with their exchange. So looking forward to that. BAB we've been following. I'm still obviously following them. We're at 5 Satoshi just now. That's a BTC value. But it's still close to its all-time low at the moment. Still close at that price. Yeah, it's been languishing there for a year. Obviously, we did have a big kind of jump up round about March last year. This time last year, March, April time is when we got into it. It's been a year since we've been talking about BAB. Unbelievable. What else are we into? Metamorph. What's happening with Metamorph? They're doing good things just now. Still to do the video on them. 98. We're looking at for Metamorph. How do we just kind of looked at and seen it was up. Yeah, it's gone up again. 276. So you could have bought 99 and it would have jumped up. It'd have been up by now of 170%. That'd have been a good return on your investment. So it's gone up all the time. You can see the days it's gone up there. This is on the daily. So how do still looks good. I know Keith Waring is talking about them as well. I still to talk to David as well and the team. So that's Metamorph, BPT, Blockport. They're kind of level 2,700 as well. I'm trying to think of the other ones. One wee second, I'll just jump back. See the other ones we're kind of checking out. I can't remember them. Nah. I think that's it just now, unless there's any others, the smaller ones we're kind of looking at. I'm just seeing. Nope. Okay, so we'll just have a look at some news. Citibank abandons its native cryptocurrency project, plans to back SWIFT. So Citibank, instead of joining the bandwagon of institutional giants like JP Morgan and creating its own digital asset, has abandoned its native cryptocurrency project. The financial service provider is instead considering to back existing fintechs or regulators like SWIFT. So this is a key one kind of line there for me. And this is from AMB Crypto. Considering to back existing fintechs or regulators like SWIFT. Could be good for XRP. So if we kind of just look at that line alone and kind of read between the lines there. So this is a lot of banks, you've probably heard in the news that a lot of banks are going to come out with their own native cryptocurrency. It's called CBDCs, and BAB was kind of primed, set up to onboard banks for CBDCs, but I don't know if they kind of pushed that as well, but that's another reason why I liked them, but I don't know, we never really heard much about that side of it. But banks are going to be doing their own CBDCs or bringing out their own digital currency, but you can only use it in-house. So it's not as if one bank is going to adopt another bank's kind of cryptocurrency. It's not going to happen. So I don't see the point in what they're doing there. You can use it in-house. Obviously, it's going to save time and money, but I just don't understand why they would do that unless they've got something else that they're going to be using it for. I don't see the point in kind of doing that if it's just going to be for in-house cryptocurrencies. So we need to wait and see how they're going to use that, what the use case scenario is going to be there. So, but for me, this kind of story was considering to back existing fintechs or regulators like SWIFT. So it's taken kind of a lot of things into consideration, and I think XRP could be one of them, obviously. CNBC's Bitcoin bull says retail sales are exhausted. BTC, XRP, Ethereum price analysis. So we're not looking at that kind of price analysis, but CNBC contributor and founder of crypto investment firm BKCM, Brian Kelly, says the fact that CBOE has pulled the plug on Bitcoin futures indicates that retail sellers are exhausted. This tells me that retail traders are out of the picture because those CBOE futures were one contract, so about 3,900 versus CME were 5 contracts, so about 20,000. So I think retail is exhausted. You're starting to see sellers being exhausted. And institutions are coming in. Fidelity is a catalyst coming up in Q2. I think with all those things combined, we might look back and say, you know what? And the 3,000 was a great place to buy Bitcoin. I tend to agree with that as well. I still think we still might go down. But I still think round about the 3,000, 4,000 level is a brilliant price to buy Bitcoin. And it's saying right now the crypto market is mostly in the green. We'll go on to coin360.com. Yeah, it's back in the green again. It was red this morning. A lot of it was red, but it's back in the green again. You can see Bitcoin is going up, Ethereum is going up, XRP apparently going up. I'm just going to refresh that. And see what it says. Yep, and that's kind of updated all the time anyway. Get rid of these. EOS is up, oh, for goodness sake, man. LTC is up as well. We can see ONT there. If you've never seen this is quite a good, you've probably seen it loads of times before, but it's coin360.com. It just gives you a visual representation. I'm a very visual person. It gives you a visual representation, but obviously you need a big screen. Engine down. What else is up? Link is going up. ZRX Rep. Republic. ZIL is up. KCS. IOST, and it goes down and down and down. So it's quite cool, this. It's quite good. So that has changed from this morning, actually, from a couple of hours ago when I first kind of got up and kind of looked at this. Interesting to see. Latest research shows why CBOE had to concede the Bitcoin futures game to CME. So this was I thought this was interesting. It was just on the back of the kind of article as well, talking about the CBOE coming out and the retail investors are exhausted. It was talking about why the CBOE had kind of given up and the kind of futures game and why CME are still doing it. And they had some figures there that I was kind of looking at that was really kind of quite interesting. Another interesting fact that these numbers show that in February 2019, CBOE's average daily trading volume was just a tiny fraction of CME's, 5.6 million versus 98.9 million. So was it something the way they were marketing the futures contracts on the CBOE, or was it something else? And that's the kind of question that they're kind of posing there as to why the CBOE stopped doing the futures contract for Bitcoin. But if you look at the average daily Bitcoin futures volumes, BitMEX is up kind of way big on kind of CME, and Bitflyer FX, which is Japan's futures exchange, Is it Japan's? I believe it is Japan's. Yeah, such as Japan's, Bitflyer Lightning of the Seychelles, BitMEX. So Bitflyer FX. Yep. So that's the volume on daily Bitcoin futures. So it's a lot, 1.2 billion for Japan. So there's still a want for it, just obviously not with the CBOE. Ripple, XRP and Cardano has the advantage to become the most viable cryptocurrency. This is from Crypto News Z. And they're talking about Ripple and Cardano. To be honest, I'm going to stop kind of reading that because the news stories on Crypto News, it's not that brilliant. They're not really that well written, if I'm being honest. So I'm not going to kind of look at that. But it was just a kind of headline that grabbed my attention. Ripple price analysis, XRP could decline to 30 cents as sellers take control. So it looks that way just now. We'll just go back to XRP for just now because it said it was up there a second ago. We'll look on the hourly. We'll take 7799. It's not up. Obviously, if the BTC price in dollar is going up, the XRP price in dollar will be going up. XRP USD. We'll just look in Binance. 31.9 cents. Nah, it's not doing that much. Okay, Huobi to open token launching platform. So a lot of these kind of exchanges are not copying, but a lot of these exchanges are coming out with a launchpad type platform as well. So the Chinese exchange Huobi has unveiled a premium coin offering service which will allow regular traders to invest in promising coins before they are listed on the main exchange. Known as Huobi Prime, the new feature will provide selected users with the opportunity to buy select coins at a discount before they're released onto the open market. This is the thing for me as well. The new feature will provide selected users. What's the criteria for selected users? So the new service will launch on March the 26th. So I don't know if they've got what is the criteria for a selected user. So what's the purpose of Huobi Prime? Somewhat similar to Binance Launchpad, Huobi Prime will sell featured coins in exchange for the exchange's native asset, Huobi token. It will also favour coins which Huobi has previously supported. Users will be capped at investing $1,000 of Huobi tokens, approximately 2,200 HT at current prices. So this is why I was kind of looking at this as well. You've seen what happened to kind of BNB just now. So have a look at BNB. BNB BTC. So this is on the hourly. We'll look on the daily. You can see it's a very different picture. So this is on the daily kind of overall. This is kind of where it started from. We're talking 2nd of August 2017. 3,730 Satoshi all the way up 100x to 376,000 Satoshi. So it's 100x. 100x is 10,000%. If you're 100x in a coin, that is 10,000%. So if you put $1 in, you get $100 back, basically. If you did that with Binance way back at the beginning. It was even lower than that. I think the lowest it got to was 938 Satoshi. So that's quite unbelievable. Just see and calculate that. 370, we'll say 399,000, 400,000 divided by 938. What X that is. So it's 426x. You put $1 in, you get $426 back. And you put 1,000 in, you get 426,000 back. That's how much it would have been if you put that in. So let's look at Huobi token. Huobi token has got a market capitalization of 120 million. And it's only $2.41. It's up 14% just now. But circulating supply is 50 million. Total supply, however, is 500 million. So that's not good. It's only 10% in circulating supply just now. But we could still make an argument here or a case for that this could really shoot up to $10, $15 as well. Just to get to a billion market capitalization. I think BNB currently is about 2.2 billion for Binance. 2.1 billion. It was at 2.2 billion. but HT Huobi token is a market capitalization of 120 million. So if you 10x that just from here, we'll go up to $24 and it's 1.2 billion. However, circulating supply, I don't like the circulating supply and the total supply. There's only 10% in circulation just now. That's the only part I don't like about it. But otherwise, you could say with them coming out with Huobi Prime, that this could jump up big time as well over the coming months and the end of 2019. I think this could be really, really big. I just like to see what they're doing with the total supply first before I would kind of buy into it big time. But I thought that was really interesting as well, that Huobi Prime are coming out. Bittrex obviously were coming out with something as well, but they cancelled that. That's an initial exchange offering. And they cancelled that for integrity reasons, which kind of made me think more. I thought a lot more about them as well, Bittrex, when they done that. Why Switzerland's biggest retailer accepting Bitcoin is crucial for adoption. So this is the news that Digitec Galaxus, the biggest online retailer in Switzerland with nearly $1 billion in annual revenue, has integrated various crypto assets, including Bitcoin, as a payment option. I think this is the way I think Amazon's going to go as well. And this is the way I think Amazon has to go as well, because a lot of people are crying out for it. So why not do it? So Oliver Hearn kind of read, cryptocurrencies are fascinating and could become a relevant means of payment in e-commerce. We want to support this development. Of course, I now count on all the Swiss crypto millionaires to shop with us. So this is monumental for merchant adoption of Bitcoin as well. So this is kind of look at Bearchart is saying on Twitter, biggest online shop of Switzerland starts accepting Bitcoin. So that is Digitec's Galaxus. So this is more good news for the cryptosphere as well. So it says having a huge local Bitcoin community, e.g. our Bitcoin meetup Switzerland is the 5th biggest in the world with 6,500 members, also makes it an attractive market additional to the marketing benefits. Also, Digitec is part of Migros, the biggest retail company in Switzerland, which also owns a bank, the biggest number of gyms, gas stations, etc. Hopefully those will follow. This could be huge for the cryptosphere as well. This could be absolutely huge. And I just think it's another case that crypto is definitely not going to go away. We've got more and more news stories like this coming out to say crypto is not going to go away. What won't survive is going to be the question. That's going to be the question. What cryptos are going to survive? Bitcoin, for sure. Definitely. That's why it's good to have Bitcoin in your portfolio. You need Bitcoin in your portfolio just to stock up on that. Or just trade your kind of altcoins for Bitcoin. But remember to take your profits when you can. So I think this is brilliant for Bitcoin. I think it's brilliant for the cryptosphere. But it's not, this one kind of news story, Digitec Galaxus, is not the only cryptos accepting for Bitcoin. So there's going to be other ones as well, and I don't know the other ones actually, if it's accepting just what other ones it's actually accepting. I would imagine. Does it say it here? I don't think it said it there, but they're accepting more cryptos for that, but predominantly kind of they're talking about the Bitcoin side of it. That's Binance. And I think that's it for the news stories as well. So some good news, a lot of good news coming out. A lot of good news coming out for a lot of things, to be honest. And I just think 2019 is going to be the year that we start. It's tipping the scales for mass adoption. Really tipping the scales for mass adoption. Let's go to take a look at TRX. We've done that. What's your view on Neo? Love Neo said that. Gene is in the house. Good morning to you. James Oklahoma. Still thinking Dent may pull a move upwards. It's like watching the grass grow in a drought. Oh, it's a nightmare for Dent just now. Because I thought, oh, they're going to make a move, get in on it, but they didn't make a move. After that, because it kind of broke out of this kind of descending triangle. But we've got till 26th of March. We're still holding steady for this strong support at 22 Satoshi. So if you're okay for another couple of weeks, then I would still hold Dent and see what happens here. If it breaks below 22, then that's a different story. We'll just look on Binance itself and look at the order books for Dent. Now, I shared this with the premium members. I think I shared it with you as well last week. But we'll see. 23 Satoshi, 506 million to buy. That's 115 Bitcoin. So it's one-to-one sales. So sell at 24 and buy at 23. That's kind of one-to-one. but that's on kind of 8 decimal places. Now, if we look at 7 decimal places, we see a different picture there. So this is for 20 Satoshi. So you've got 410 supported at 20 Satoshi. So you've got a big support there. But to sell at 30 Satoshi, you've got 662 Bitcoin worth. And so people waiting in the wings. So 2.7 billion to sell. So it might jump up and get to kind of 29, 30 level. But all these people that are selling at 30, if they see it starting to go up, shoot up, they might pull out. So it might not be as much as 662 Bitcoin worth. But this is always worth looking at. I kind of shared this with kind of premium members and the kind of free group as well, to say always look, when you're looking at the order books, look at the decimal places below, because sometimes Bitcoin, Binance has it in 7 decimal places and then you have to go down to 6, but a lot of the time it should have it in 8 decimal places. But Dent, 8 decimal places, you've got 116 versus 129 Bitcoin worth. 7 decimal places, you've got 411 at 20 Satoshi, as opposed to 662 selling at 30 Satoshi. And that's a big difference. It's a 50% difference between 20 and 30. But you still got to look in between as well. But remember, look at those. We'll just take another example there as well. What would be a good example here? It's kind of trading. But we'll just take a look at BitTorrent. BitTorrent, no, we're not. We'll take a look at VET, see what's happening there. So this is on 8 decimal places. You've got 15 Bitcoin worth selling at 134, 14 bits, so it's 1-to-1 buyer to seller ratio at 133. But if we go down to 7 decimal places, and that should be 130, 140. So we've got 140 to sell, 103 Bitcoin worth, 130 to buy at 70 Bitcoin worth. So you can see the selling pressure here at 1 decimal place lower, 103, 189, 213. So for it to get to 160, it's got to eat through those as well as the kind of smaller ones as well, but it's got to eat through 500 Bitcoin worth to get to 160 Satoshi. So you have to be mindful. The order books don't tell you everything. Obviously, people can just pull out kind of straight away. You're going to get a lot of kind of changes in the order books, but it gives you an indication of where people are kind of putting their stop losses and stuff like that if they're choosing to kind of show it as well. Go down to 6 decimal places. So it's just interesting to look at it. So you've got 100 and 200 there. So just be mindful of that. That's a good tip to look at that. Vin, thanks Steve for checking ONT. My pleasure, mate. With Dent, yeah, just going back to Dent, I think it is going to go up. So we'll find out if it dips below the 22. I think maybe time to pull out with a loss, maybe. BTMX and FTM. BTMX, FTM. I've heard obviously FTM. We've looked at it before, and I spoke about Phantom. I wish I got into it when I spoke about it last week, because I really like to look at that. And this is what I was going to do the kind of book for, the Kindle book or Kindle magazine type thing. Is to look at kind of ones like this, Phantom, but it's kind of jumped up already. Phantom, it was at below 5 million when I was looking at it. What was the other one you were talking about? And sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I do apologise for that. Is it Seprem? I don't know how to pronounce that. I do apologise. BTMX. Is that the BitMax token? I'm taking that's BitMax and BT. Yeah, it's the BitMax. Yeah, so the only thing we didn't know is the circulating supply, but I looked into the kind of BitMax, and I think they've got a circulating supply of, it's 427 million, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, that's gone up kind of big time as well, obviously. I just can't remember the figure for the circulating supply. So if we had that, because I went into the chat room and Telegram to find it out, and I did check it out, and I did think about buying the kind of BitMax token as well. And a couple of people have spoken about that as well, and the BitMax token. But it jumped up another 33%. You can see the big jump up it's had. It was at 573 Satoshi. It's now at 2,290, but did get to what was it, 2,374, much higher than that, or higher than that. So it's coming up to its all-time high again. But obviously it could go up in multiples of this just now. Bitmax token looks like it's going to be a good one as well. Studio 10 is in. Good morning to you, Mervyn Skidmore. Looks active compared with Pundy. Yeah, Pundy is just, God knows what's happening with Pundy, man. 15.16 just now. I just think it's apathy with Pundy. I think that's what it is. Pure apathy. People are just exhausted with it, just going, right, I'm just going to take a loss on this. They're just sick and tired about waiting on it going up or doing something, or because they're not coming out with that much news either, as far as I can tell. So I think it's just apathy, and people looking at other coins kind of going up when they could be trading other coins and kind of. But if you're holding it for the long term, just keeping it aside and not even looking at the price, then you're good. But you need to do the swap over, obviously, to the FX kind of coin as well. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Is if Binance is going to list the FX as well, they're going to. I don't know how they're going to do that. But certainly apathy with me. I've been talking about it for ages. Nothing really much has happened with it. So it's definitely apathy with me. So it might be with others as well. How about LRC? Yeah, I spoke last week about LRC, HC and 0AX. And I said they could go up 70%. So we'll look at those. I said it could do within a couple of weeks. BTC. So this is LRC, and I kind of spoke about this cup and handle formation that I thought was going to happen. And come down and go back up. Didn't kind of quite get there. It went up to 1700 or something, but then it come back down. Still think we're going to go up and reach that level again. Yeah, I do think that. I only spoke about that last week, so I said within a couple of weeks. So before the end of this month, I think is going to happen. So I still think LRC is an even better price to get in just now at 1582. I know some people got stopped out with the 5% stop loss. And I got stopped out as well with 5% stop loss because it went up and I kind of put the stop in, got stopped out, and I thought, right, I'll just wait just now. So take that out just now. 1 second. Let's get rid of that. I hate these wee things. No, I just hate it. Anyway. So yeah, I still think it's LRC is going to shoot up. We're still going to get it 70%, even from here. We're going to get it because I think I spoke about it last week and it was 1600 something. So with that, yes, I'm still bullish on that. 0AX, we'll just have a look at just now. And that's still kind of on target, still on course for doing the same thing. Looking at that, and get the cup and handle and then up again. So I still think that's going up to round about the 6,300 level. So a good 50-70% jump as well. And we'll go to HC as well. HC BTC has possibly been a 70% jumper. And I kind of did, well, it went up to 41,790. I can't remember when I spoke about it and said it was going to go up. Can't remember what day it was. 13th of March. That was last week. So I can't remember if it jumped up already. But I still think we're going to reach the 55,000 level, come back down, then go back up again. So I do like Open ANX, Hypercash. I mean, I do like Hypercash and think it could jump back up, still to the kind of 55,000 level. So 33,000 just now. It did go up to 41,000. So yeah, I still like the look of them, being really honest. High Plains Drifter, did you do the cover in Photoshop? Looks good. I'm studying graphic design at the moment. Photoshop you can use, but I like, and I've been using it for years, Fireworks. This is what I kind of do all my kind of stuff on. It's still Adobe, so it's Adobe Fireworks. And that's what I use. I've been using it for years, but it's very similar to Photoshop. It's just what I'm used to. I went to college and I studied kind of this kind of stuff as well. I wanted to be a web designer at one point. And I'd done that for a wee bit, but I had my own business doing web design. And I thought, oh, it's too much hassle for everybody. You just get people coming back all the time. So I thought, no, you're good money, but no, I didn't want to do that full time, but I went to college and we kind of used Fireworks. So I love Fireworks and still use it, even though they're kind of deprecating it a wee bit. I still love Fireworks. Anyway, that's by the by. But yeah, it's Fireworks that I use. I love doing it. Small caps, have a look at Kin if you can. Yeah, Kin we've looked at as well. We've seen Kin, and we'll go on to Kin Ethereum. Had a brilliant run up, which is brilliant to see. We spoke about Kin last year and said this is a long-term hold and it could be brilliant, and we traded it as well. It was brilliant for trading. We were kind of buying it around about kind of these levels. June 2017, we're kind of buying it around about, okay, it must have been these levels. I can't remember exactly when. But Kin, I think, is going to do well. That's on the kind of Ethereum value, and that's to 8 decimal places. So we're at 44, so 4,400 we. It did get up to 5,400, and that's kind of major resistance there. But Kin looks good. Long term, I just stick that in your kind of wallet and just forget about it. Forget about it. That's what I would do with Kin. I think it's going to be big for the future. I've been saying that for donkeys. Mark Innes, thank you very much. Really appreciate that, Mark. The $10 donation, Australian dollars. Appreciate the small caps coverage, mate. Good luck with the house move. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, we're in the middle of moving house just now, and this office looks a riot just now, but we've only got a week and a half to go. We're still waiting on somebody in the chain, believe it or not, but I think it's going to, well, I've decided it's going to go okay. I've seen it in the future, so it's all okay. It's just wee road bumps to get there, so I'm not stressed out or anything. Yeah, thanks for that, Mark. Really appreciate that, buddy. Marcus Chapai looks good. Definitely published on Amazon, Steve. Oh, thanks very much. Maybe an audio book as well. Nah, I don't know about that, Marcus. I don't know if people would like an audio book on that. It's just because it was such a low price. But trying to explain technical things via audio, I don't know if that would work. But I appreciate that. I might think about that actually. Gino Dow, if you like, Steve, you can leave a calling card at my site. Drops. Excellent. Drum up some business. That'd be good, mate. Thank you very much. Kind of joined your group as well. I've not looked at it properly. I've not had time, Gino. But I did join the group. Lawrence Matthews, good morning to you. Benton Taylor, my ENJ is going ballistic again while putting my girl down. Twice has happened to you. Alright, we need to kind of look at what's happening with ENJ. That just gets better and better all the time, ENJ. And remember at one point, everybody thought it was a shitcoin. Look at it now. 4,695. Kind of did jump up to 5,637. What's it on the hourly? Was it starting to move again? Oh yeah, it didn't last. 8 o'clock, kind of jumped up, came back down again. So 4,546, 4,884. So it jumped up what? I'll keep doing that. 7%. So it looks as if it's going to use a 70 EMA as support now instead of resistance. You can see all down here, it kind of used 70 EMA as resistance, 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 jumped up, using it as support, then resistance, so it's jumping up and down between resistance and support. So it might get another jump up for Engine Coin. Is LRST still a good buy? HXRP hand? Yes, I do believe so, in my opinion, but obviously do your own research, but in my opinion, yes, I think it's a really good buy just now. Ben Polgardi, it looks like PundiX has support at 15 sats, however the 70 EMA is crossed down below the 50 EMA on the daily chart, which is not a good sign. Your thoughts, Steve? PundiX, I just don't know. It's kind of like you kind of put your hands up and just go, I don't know with PundiX, I really don't know. Because I've been in and out of it, we had a big, huge bag of it for so long. We've traded it, we've made money, we've lost money, but it's just, it's like watching paint dry. It's just not a good coin to trade. If you're holding it long term, it's totally different. I think for the long term, it still can be really good for the long term, but not to trade. It's just a nightmare to try and trade, except when it jumps up, obviously, as well, and everybody in the granny kind of tries to get in on it. BCPT having a spike. Let's have a look. Have a look at one of the ones, something changing. GXS is having another spike again as well. That was one of the ones I kind of called out last week in the premium group, and a big jump up by 50% or more. That was good. MFT having a spike as well, which is brilliant. Crossed over to 79. It's now kind of touched 98. Just can't get past that 100. just now. That's on the hourly. We'll just put it on the daily. Yeah, it's that 100. It's just not getting past at all. Still major resistance there around about the 100 level. I'll just move it up to that level for MFT. So if it can break through that, we could be on another run for MFT. Ravencoin we've kind of covered as well. IOST. So all the small caps, all the small Satoshi level ones are going up. Storm up to 92 again. ZEC up. Huobi is up. Fun is going up again, which is good to see. You're talking about, what one were we talking about having a run? BCPT. BCPT. That's starting to move just now. 11.49. Wasn't quite bouncing off the 50 EMA. 10.40. I didn't quite get there. So yeah, because of that big spike up it had, you'd be looking at retracement level at 61.8. That level again, that keeps on coming up when you're looking at Fibonacci retracement and the 0.618 level. It bounces up from there a lot. So it's doing the same again with Block Mason Credit. Time we're on, we're just about time for finishing. I'm talking up more Pundy for the conversion and staking. I think, yeah, it's a good idea, as I say, for the long term. I still like Pundy for the long term. It's just trading it. It's just, oh my God. It's just a bit of a nightmare. You can mine FX on the X wallet now. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, it does look good, as I said. Can you have a look at Digibyte, please? Right, okay, we'll have a look at Digibyte. I know you kind of DGB and Bitcoin. No, we'll go DGB and Bittrex, I think. We'll look at it. Coming down just now at 323. A lot of people are talking about Digibyte. I have to advise that a lot of people are talking about Digibyte and it could kind of shoot up from here. Me, I'm not really that interested in Digibyte. To be honest, I know it's been around for a long time, but they've got Digi kind of ID as well. They've got all that as well. They've got loads of things kind of coming out, but I don't know why. I've not got an aversion to it. It's just I'm not that kind of interested. But on the daily, it looks good. It's crossed over to 262. We can see that it kind of went up to 422, so it had a good run up. So on the fib levels, if we kind of look on the fib levels, what's going to happen? So from the crossover, I like to look at the fib levels from the crossover. And again, if we look at this is kind of perfect fib. We're kind of looking at this. Literally perfect 0.618. So it looks as if Digibyte is going to have a bounce from here at around about the 323 level. So it might be a brilliant time to get into Digibyte just now after it's kind of rise up and kind of coming back down or retracing. So this could be a perfect time, literally perfect time to get into Digibyte. BTT, views please, another show, Steve. No, I'll check that out, Gene, 1 second. We'll make this. So BTC, we'll look at from this point of view, BTT at 20 Satoshi, but what's better to do is probably look at it on the order books, see what's happening. So 21.20, it looks as if we're going to go down to 19.20. So you've got 21 Bitcoin buying at 20 Satoshi, you've got 510 Bitcoin worth selling at 21 Satoshi. So you've got a lot of kind of selling pressure there. So it looks as if it's going to go down. So if you're going to place an order, I'll place an order at 20. Personally, I think this is going to jump back up again. I think over the next coming weeks, before the end of March, I think this is going to jump back up and we're going to see a spike up to about 30 or something. So I think we're going to see a 50% jump in BTT over the next couple of weeks. What's the reason for that? I haven't a clue. Have not a clue. TA wise, you wouldn't look at it and say this is going to jump up big time. If you're looking at it from a technical analysis point of view, I'll just go to the 4 hour. On a 4 hour, from technical analysis point of view, you'd think, okay, this is going to go down. This is on a 4 hourly chart. In daily, you can't really kind of tell on the daily, but just that wee kind of spidey sense feeling, I think this is going to jump up to kind of 30-ish level and go back into 30s but I would put your stop loss maybe at 17 or 18 if you're going to go in on it, but that's just my opinion. But it does, to me, I would go in on it. Lawrence Matthews, can you check out Lisk, please? And Digibyte Power saying G-Slick. Lawrence, Lisk. Yeah, I like Lisk as well. LSK, we'll make this last one, then we'll kind of finish up. Yeah, Lisk, so we looked at that kind of extensively last week. We kind of broke out, this was a couple of weeks ago. It kind of broke out on the 5th of March. We said when the breakout happened, that's when to get in. So it was at 32,000. It did go up to 44,000. This is where I called it, around about here. Plus we had the crossover around about this level as well. So done brilliantly. I think Lisk is going to do excellent. If we look at the kind of fib level again, we'll do it from the crossover, the fib level. And again, see here. We'll do it from the crossover. And you can see here, with the Fibonacci retracement, I've been looking at this a lot. Fibonacci retracement, usually when you get a big spike up like this, because that was a big spike up, when you get a big spike up like this, you're going to get retracement. But what generally tends to happen, or what happens a lot of the time, not generally, but happens a lot of the time, it comes all the way back down to this 0.618 level and bounces back up again. And Lisk is at that level again. We've just seen it with another couple. So Lisk is at that level again. Looks as if it's going to bounce up. So good buying opportunity, and you might want to put your stop loss at around about 36,900 if you're going in on Lisk just now, and that's just below that 61.8 level. So that'll be a good time to get in just now, I think. So that's my opinion. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Do me a favour, if you've not done it already, sign up for the Bitstack exchange. You get free crypto, I get free crypto, everybody's a winner, and it might be worth something in the future. You never know what's going to happen in the future. So the Bitstack exchange, I've kind of showed that at the very beginning. So there's a link down below if you want to sign up. So do me a favour if you've not done that already, and sign up for the Bitstack exchange. You get free crypto, I get it as well, and we'll see kind of what happens when it actually comes out with its own native token, because you'll be able to exchange that, the free crypto, for the Bitstack native token as well, and start trading. So it could be worth a fortune in a couple of years time, or next year or something. It might be worth absolutely zilch, but it's free and it takes you a couple of minutes to sign up. So a lot of people have done it, and thank you to everybody that signed up using my link as well. Really appreciate that. I really appreciate the support and support for the channel as well. So thank you again. And that's it for today. Until tomorrow, have a brilliant day whatever you're doing. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Here's to the